Hello people, good morning, and how are you? As I walk, I'm just thinking about and especially where it's the woman who's been working. Yes, I was saying I was bypassing a lorry that was reversed. I didn't come to YouTube for nothing. It gives me encouragement. By the way, remember the young man I said who had followed? I've come across these beautiful trees against. So I'm done with that business. I'm now heading to. So I'm done with Hello people, good morning, and how are you? Hello wherever you are. I hope it's a good morning or a good afternoon or a good evening, and if you're about to sleep, to go to bed, I hope you're going to have a good night. For those of you who are unwell, I wish you healing. For those of you who are bereaved, may God give you comfort that surpasses understanding. Those of you who are feeling hopeless, cheer up. You matter to somebody. Give yourself encouragement. Be encouraged. We love you. We appreciate you. You are worth it. You are put on this earth for a purpose. So do not feel defeated. Do not feel beaten. Rise up again and move on. For those of you for my new viewers, my name is Josephine. I'm Kenyan. I come from a beautiful, magical Kenya. I live on the outskirts of Nairobi in a sunshiny place called Ruai. And my channel is all about my life, which is a different kind of ordinary. Yes, so I hope you're all well. I am. I had a bad incident yesterday, but who am I? I'm in that spirit of cheer. I know there's a probability, you never wipe out any chances, that the people who did what they did to me have been watching my channel and feel that I am so rich. And of course, I am rich. I am richly, wonderfully, and exponentially blessed with richness. I have richness of the soul. I have richness of the heart. I have richness of love. I have richness of speaking. I have richness of being with people. I have richness of wanting and loving life and wishing people to want and love life as much as possible. Yes, I am rich. And by God's grace, even my pockets are going to be rich. So whether you scam me, whether you don't scam me, I'll still rise up again and I'll move on. I'll do my best to ensure that, because life is just like that. We want goodness on this earth. We don't want things spoiling it. And we especially do not want people that are trying to spoil life for others. I said I'll not appreciate questions because it's something that hurt me so much. You might see me smiling here, but I got very hurt. But I did not do my due diligence. I totally asked for it. I did not do my due diligence, and I'm very sorry for myself. And this is just to show that anything bad can happen to somebody. Nobody chooses to get scammed, to get conned, to get fooled, to be cheated, to be lied to be stolen from, to be robbed. Nobody asks for it. It's just one of those bad things that happen in life that we wish they did not. And when they do, we wish and pray and hope and do everything, should do everything to make sure that those people get what they deserve. Anywho, today is a beautiful, another so beautiful. I slept late because yesterday my day got totally messed up. I had work to do. I did not do it. My sincerest apologies, though I have apologized still to the organizers of the workshop I attended. I left midway and had to rush to deal with the issue. And I really felt bad because I need the money. I need, this is something that I have a passion for, the work that I was called to do. And I wanted to do it as expeditiously as possible. And that was curtailed right from the start. And I pray that everything went well. I know it did. I know the moderators were very well enabled. They were very on point, and it was flowing very smoothly, even with the little minimum interaction that I got to have because of these very unfortunate interruptions. Thank you very much, KNJ. So people, I hope you are having a blessed day. It's season time. That's our planes passing. I wonder which one this is. This must be a big one. I can't even see it, but it's further off. That's going, that's east. Let me see if I'm going to see it. Normally I can roughly tell which direction, and that's an international flight. When you hear that groaning sort of sound, it means it's very high in the clouds, but it's just the echo of the engines, and they're big engines. So that's an international flight, and that's going more east south. So that yeah, that might be going towards the eastern, or because they come to take the curve over Ruai and then turn. So if it's going to turn, because the airport is not far, it might be going either south, east, or south, or further east. Anyway, so much about the planes. So today is Tuesday. I'm on my way out. I'm going for work again today. I learned my lesson, and I've always been somebody who cries for due diligence, due diligence, due diligence. And if this happened to me, it just shows that we are never too smart for anything. I'm planning and looking forward to a good day, and I want you to join me, and I'm hoping that we are going to be having fun. How did you find the videos that I posted? I've done quite a couple, and then yesterday I keep making this blunder because my CapCut is not paid up. I include some features that are paid up, and then when I'm about to upload, it tells me you've used a standard feature, so you need to subscribe. And then sometimes it's such a subtle feature that I've used that I can't even find it in the video. Yes, it's telling me this is what you've done, but it's like removing a background on something very small, or using, some things are so subtle you can hardly see them, or the sound you've done something and I can't remember, especially if I have a few clips. So, but I told you that I'm going to try as much as possible to post one video a day, and sometimes 2, and sometimes 3. We are even going to go for 3 where it's possible. I think very, very probably from tomorrow, I might do doubles. I might do double deals, good double deals for a few days. Yeah, because I'm expecting some visitors. I have some special nieces who are coming to visit me, special niece and nephew who are coming to visit me, and it is such a joy when they come. It is such a joy. I get so happy. I told you, I get so excited when I have visitors. Okay, I have another visitor who's already around, but I don't know whether I should consider that a visitor. That is just mwenyeji, what do you call, a visitor who is so local that they are now just they become a local. That's why we say mwenyeji in English. In Swahili is local, so that has become a local. Yeah, but I'm happy. I'm happy when I have visitors, whether it is to the country or whether it is into my home. So let's walk and look forward to a good day. Hoping for goodness. The Christmas mood is catching me. You see, glitzy. Red. Yeah, I'm just feeling excited and nice, and I want Christmas to come quickly, and I especially want plans for Christmas to come well. This did not down me at all. Life happens, shit happens. Oh, oops, yeah, that one. But we must look forward and hope to a good day. So let's walk. I'm going to be using my usual route, so when we are walking, I'll see if we can chat a bit, tell you a bit about what my day might be looking like, or just chat about anything, so that we stay together and you get a different background from this. Welcome. As I walk, I'm just thinking about a broke Christmas. Some of you don't know what it means to have a broke Christmas, but do you know that a very big percentage of people I like talking about Kenya because I know about the situation in Kenya very well. I don't know about other countries. But do you know that there are homes, very many homes in Kenya, a very big percentage of homes in Kenya, which for years have had broke Christmases. Like they lack so much so that on Christmas Day they'll just cook ordinary food. And this has come out very much in online forums when people are talking about their childhood. And I must mention men, of course, in homes where the fathers especially were drunkards, were careless people, were people that did not look out for the family welfare very well. And especially where it's the woman who's been working the whole year. She knows very well she's sparing the little money she has for January when the children are going back to school, so that they do not lack for basic necessities of that are required for going back to school. So you can imagine how hard it must have been for those families. And this still happens a lot, where you find that the man might even now start going on drinking sprees come this festive season with friends, or just disappearing from the home and claiming, I mean, if you've not been working the whole year, or if you've been working and not saving up money or spending it wisely, then certainly Christmas is not going to be any different. And so for a lot of children in families that go through this, the saving grace is you, the neighbor. You, the neighbor. So be very keen this Christmas. If you know you have relatives nearby, or friends, or neighbors who you know have financial challenges, and especially if they have children. I must always keep on going back to talking about children because they're the main concern here. Take care to share with those families. You don't need to ask. You can give the little that you have to help out these families, because it's very sad that at this point there's so much waste, there's so much extravagance, and then there are people that and it's very ashaming. It's very ashaming, so people won't beg. Yes, I was saying, I was bypassing a lorry that was reversing. I was saying that it's very ashaming. Some of this, it's very ashaming for the person who's going through a problem. So they probably will not have the heart to ask for help, because they are so embarrassed and they wish things were better, especially if it's the women. So if you can, and it's not just about money, no. We as Africans also know that money is abused in so many ways when you give it by hand. I personally don't believe that, but because it's so widespreadly practiced, I try as much as possible not to. Unless it's necessary, then I do. But we have M-Pesa, so you can. And again, I refrain from encouraging people to give money, because money, money comes and money goes. If you want to help with school fees for the children, because that can be a Christmas gift, ask if it's a school where you can pay. If it is a local school where you cannot pay either by M-Pesa or anything, and they require cash, look for a relative, a reliable relative, or a reliable person who can go and make that payment for you. But food, I encourage you to help out. And no, it doesn't mean that because it's a Christmas period, it's festive season, that you must buy the fancy foods that are, not so hearty and not so fulfilling, but are joyous to have Christmas. No, preferably buy foods that last long, that can be stored for long. Cereals, rice are my number one encouragement. Flour for people who might not be near places that maize can be milled, but if it is possible and it's people who are near places that maize can be milled, give them maize. Let them mill for themselves. That is better. That's a better way of helping people to get through the Christmas period with something, as a good neighbor, as a richer neighbor, as a more enabled neighbor, than to just give fancy foods, spaghetti and a bit of crisps. And yeah, you can buy those and give those for the children. but not in bulk. The most appreciative thing is what will last long, because Christmas is going to get over and the year is going to start. And trust you me, if people are broke around Christmas, there's a very, very high probability and possibility that come into the start of the new year, that is going to be the continued, it's going to be the continued thing. They are going to continue having hardship, and it is going to affect especially the children even more. So I'm wishing you all good. I'm wishing that you'll practice your generosity, and it will not be limited only to relatives, but it will also extend to neighbors. And neighbors doesn't just mean only the person that lives near you. You might know of a family somewhere who you're aware of that are facing, check that fence, neon fences, eh? Yeah, that's beautiful. Today I've bypassed a route that I don't usually take. And know why I've done this? Because there was a man in front of me who was pretending to talk on the phone, but he had the whole phone camera facing backwards where I was coming. And I noticed it very fast. And having been scammed just yesterday, I don't know who it is. It could be one of my neighbors. It could be that person. It could be somebody very near me. So I just have to take precaution. And I told you that men, can I say it enough? A lot of men have bad manners, and then they are not clever. They are not clever in their brains. They always think nobody will notice that I'm doing this bad thing or I'm doing this evil thing. You can't be. It's very unfortunate that a lot of the people who are blessed, not blessed. A lot of the people, it's very fortunate. Maybe it's just fortunate. A lot of the people who are devious and evil are often have a certain level of stupidity about one or two things, and that's why they get caught in the most foolish ways, in the simplest ways, because God ensures that they have that level of stupidity to allow them to be caught in the most ashaming way when the time comes, when their 40 days are up. Yeah, that's just it. And I think this goes not just for men, but also women. And that comes because of impunity. People that are evil tend to reach a level of gaining impunity if they've done the same thing. If they've done the same thing, the same bad thing to several people, and they've gone untouched. So this is another road that veers off the main road that I usually go to, where where the trees are. Yeah, the high trees, the ones that I told you are leaning. So this intersects with it, and it's a road that I rarely pass. But again, I'm also doing exercise, and I'm also taking the long road round to relax my mind, because I'm still shaken from what happened yesterday, and walking relaxes me very much. My appointment today is also at 2 p.m. and I'm bypassing two places before that. And the reason I'm bypassing those places, I need to be calm. I need to be calm because it might heighten my... Okay, I don't have pressure, thank goodness. So let me not say that. Shindwa riswa kwa jina la Yesu. So it might agitate me a bit, and I don't want it to. And so my calming method is I walk. And now, of course, I have you as my YouTube viewers to help me calm down. Yeah, it does a lot for me. You being here for me does a lot for me. And being my new sharers of what's happening in my life. I didn't come to YouTube for nothing. It gives me a pleasure. It gives me a lot of satisfaction. And I didn't come to YouTube for nothing. It gives me encouragement. It uplifts me and gives me happiness. So I'm glad when I can come and then you can uplift me. I can see a friend of mine, so I'm going. Niwako na hii umbwa? What? our small town is just up the hill. So I'm going to go up this hill, going this way. It looks like a slow sloping hill, but it is so tiring. Yeah, so I'm going to, it's still very hot, so I'm going to shoot this video when I'm done with what I'm doing there. And because this hill is so, let me show you. It's a slow sloping hill, but I'm telling you, by the time I get up there, I'm normally so tired. It's also a shortcut going to our parish church. Sometimes I'll alight here and then I'll take a very long walk to get to the church, but it's a very nice scenic walk. I think that's why I took one of the videos when I showed you our parish church and then Ruai from the hilltop view. Yeah, I had passed by this route, but when I was coming back, I think when I was coming back, I used another longer route so that I could come out at a stage that is a bit further on from here. You see, I'm already panting, and I'm fit. I'm not so unfit, but this hill, you know, it goes slowly, but it doesn't beat the one in my hometown in Machakos. That one has us bending like this. Yeah, and I always give a lot of credit to the people of Machakos and the people of Kilungu, people who stay in hilly areas. Hey, they have stamina that is different. They must have bigger hearts and lungs than the rest of us, because climbing those hills daily, and some of them do it so fast, you know, they go like they are sprinting when they are walking up the hill. I find it so difficult. Even sometimes some of those hills, just coming down, it's such an effort because of the steepness. You have to hold on to sticks and branches, because sometimes people have to bypass the pathways. So let me not overstress myself. I'll talk to you when I'm done. By the way, remember the young man I said who had followed me up the other day, wanting to rob me of my phone? I saw him today, and he saw that I saw him because I recognized him from the shirt. And yeah, now I know what he looks like. The other time he was very far off, but now I know him. So he's well marked in my head. I've come across these beautiful trees against, they look so beautiful in the backdrop of the clear blue sky. And you know, I can't miss out on a photo like this or a video like this. They're so beautiful. Look at that. I think I'll make that my thumbnail. Let me take a photo. So I'm done with that business. I'm now heading to my next appointment. Today I have so many appointments and it's going to be a busy day, but everything that needs doing must get done, and everything that needs doing that is correct, legal, lawful, must get done in the following the jurisdictions that are necessary. Yeah, I feel a bit more relieved. I was very anxious about what I had gone to do, but I give thanks. I'm thankful to God that went well. At least now I'm going downhill. You see? Yeah, this is going to be so much easier. Coming up the hill, you saw I had broken into a sweat. Yeah, so I've come from what in Kenya we call utumishi kwa wote. Utumishi kwa wote is service to all. It is the motto of our police force in Kenya. We usually make a lot of ridicule about it because of stuff that goes wrong sometimes, but until it gets to you that is needing that service, and then you have to judge for yourself how it is going. And for me in this case, I can say I'm so grateful that we have that arm of government to help us in situations that arise like this, very unfortunate situations. And I keep on saying, what makes people fearless is when they do not fear the responsible channels of authority that have been put in order. And it's very bad when you fear nothing. It's very good of you to have fear in your heart, to have fear of systems that are made to regulate people. It's very good. When you stop having fears, you invite yourself into having problems. There's so much wind here, so I can't do much, so I'll switch off until I get to the next point. So I'm done with the events of the afternoon. I bypassed town. I bypassed 3 different places within the city, and my day has gone well. So I'm heading home now. It's coming almost to, I think, to 6. It's just slightly past 6. It's been a good day. Really starting to forget about what happened yesterday and hoping for the best, and I'm hoping you'll walk with me. I think because I did the city center yesterday, I'm not going to do the city center for you today, but I'll find out if on my way home I'm going to capture anything that is interesting. Then I'll put you on it, and then you can view that. But I think I'm going to join today's video with that of tomorrow, because I've not had a very busy day. I've been sitting in places for long. You know, I had to because I had to do a follow-up of capturing and handling what happened yesterday, which I'll give you an update of in probably 1 month or something. But for now, I'll catch you later.